Men, you've been lied to. For decades, you've been told that daily masturbation is dangerous, that it wears out your prostate, weakens you, even increases your cancer risk. But here's the shocking truth. Brand new science from Harvard reveals the exact opposite. In fact, what they discovered about ejaculation and prostate cancer risk will completely flip everything you thought you knew. Stick with me for the next few minutes, because once you hear these numbers, you'll never look at your health the same way again. Men, to truly understand the shocking truth, we first need to talk about the small but mighty gland at the center of it all, your prostate. Think of it as a walnut-sized powerhouse tucked just below your bladder, whose main job is to produce the fluid that carries and protects sperm. Tiny in size, but massive in importance, especially as men get older. And because it plays such a crucial role, it's also the source of endless fear and misinformation. You've probably heard the myths whispered in locker rooms or buried in late-night forums, that frequent masturbation somehow wears out the prostate, causes chronic inflammation, or even triggers prostate cancer. These fears sound scary, and with good reason. Prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers in men, but here's the twist. Those warnings were never backed by hard science. They were moral lectures disguised as health advice. That is, until some of the sharpest scientific minds on the planet finally decided to stop guessing. Harvard University launched one of the most ambitious studies ever done on men's health, tracking nearly 32,000 men for almost 2 decades. Not some small survey. This was a meticulous, long-term investigation into lifestyle and health, and one factor they tracked with laser precision was ejaculation frequency. Now brace yourself, because what they discovered didn't just challenge the myths, it destroyed them. Men who ejaculated more frequently had a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Let me repeat that. More frequent ejaculation actually protected the prostate. The numbers? Men who ejaculated 21 or more times per month had up to a 33% lower risk of prostate cancer compared to men who only did so 4 to 7 times. That's not just a coincidence, it's a scientific breakthrough. And Harvard wasn't alone. An Australian study confirmed the exact same protective effect. Suddenly, the old idea that daily release was dangerous flipped on its head. Instead of hurting you, it was helping you. But why? Why would something this simple protect the prostate? Scientists have some compelling theories. One is the clean-out effect. Ejaculation flushes out potentially harmful substances from the prostate, almost like clearing the pipes. Another theory is hormonal balance. Regular release helps regulate testosterone and other hormones, lowering the risk of cellular changes that can turn cancerous. A third angle? Stress. Ejaculation reduces stress and cortisol, and lower stress is directly tied to healthier hormone levels and immune defense. So here's the truth. Daily release isn't destroying you. It may actually be protecting you. And this is why you can't rely on myths or outdated taboos. You need the real science. Before we move on, I want to ask you something. Do you think most men know this truth? Drop your answer in the comments below, because this is a conversation men desperately need to have. And if you want more straight science-backed facts about men's health after 50, hit that subscribe button right now, because the next myth I'm going to bust could literally change your health future. Now, let's get into the fascinating science of why frequent ejaculation appears to protect the prostate. The first explanation is often called the prostate stagnation hypothesis. Imagine your prostate's ducts as tiny pipes. If fluid sits there too long, it can allow harmful substances to build up. Regular ejaculation works like a natural flush, clearing out old cells, excess secretions, and even potential carcinogens before they linger long enough to cause damage. Think of it as a cleansing rinse for your prostate. The second theory is about cellular health. Every time a cell divides, there's a chance for a tiny mistake, a genetic mutation that could eventually lead to cancer. Frequent ejaculation seems to promote a healthier cycle of cellular turnover. It encourages the prostate to replace older, potentially damaged cells with fresh, healthy ones more efficiently, lowering the risk that mutations will take hold. And the third piece ties directly to something we all experience: stress. Chronic stress fuels inflammation, and inflammation is a known driver of many cancers, including prostate cancer. Ejaculation has been linked to lowering psychological tension and cortisol levels. By easing stress, you also lower your body's inflammatory response, creating a healthier internal environment for the prostate. When you put it all together, the picture is clear. Regular release supports prostate health in 3 powerful ways: flushing the system, keeping cells healthy, and reducing inflammation. That's not just theory. It's a natural defense mechanism built into your body. But let's be real. Most men watching this aren't just worried about cancer years down the road. They're dealing with frustrating symptoms right now. Waking up several times at night, that constant feeling you can't empty your bladder, or a weak, unsatisfying stream. These symptoms are far more common than most men realize, and they're the red flags that your prostate needs attention today, not 10 years from now. And this is why it's important to think bigger. Is ejaculation frequency a magic bullet? Not exactly. What Harvard found is a strong correlation, but correlation doesn't mean causation. In plain terms, frequent release is an important piece of the puzzle, but not the only one. Men who ejaculate more often may also be the same men who exercise regularly, eat healthier, and maintain a healthier body weight. It's likely the combination that delivers the biggest protection. So what else matters? A lot. Your diet plays a critical role. Fruits, vegetables, omega-3 fats from fish, and antioxidants like lycopene from tomatoes and watermelon all support prostate health. Exercise is just as powerful. Even 30 minutes of brisk walking or moderate activity most days helps maintain a healthy weight. And obesity is a major risk factor for aggressive prostate cancer. On top of that, cutting down smoking and heavy drinking reduces your cancer risk across the board. And here's the most important piece. Be proactive with your health. No amount of diet, exercise, or ejaculation replaces the value of regular checkups and screenings. If you're over 40, especially with a family history, talk to your doctor about prostate health and PSA testing. The earlier issues are detected, the easier they are to treat. So let's circle back to the big question. What does daily masturbation do to your prostate? The shocking truth is that, far from being harmful, it may actually be one of the simplest, most natural ways to support long-term prostate health. No, it's not a cure-all. No, it doesn't replace a healthy lifestyle or medical care. But the evidence is compelling. A healthy sex life, including masturbation, is an ally, not an enemy, in protecting your prostate. Now I want to hear from you. What men's health myths have you always wondered about? Drop them in the comments below. Your idea might be the next video. And if you found this surprising, hit like and subscribe right now, because we've got more science-backed truths coming that could change your health future.